Hey everybody, it is Thursday, March 25th now, 2021, and I'm going to solve today's New York Times crossword. This is by Alex Eaton Solners. And if you want to follow along, you can see the clues that I'm looking at highlighted in blue to the left of the grid, such as right now it says they can be found just above a six-pack. They can be found just above a six-pack. Maybe that's pecs? I'm just going to go with that. One down, boxer's mitt with a question mark. Boxer's mitt. Interesting. Oh, that's a paw, like a boxer dog, not a... Okay. Prefix with conscious, that's probably echo or eco. Mars, for one, is a... My cat is... doing something. Sorry, I got distracted. Mars, starting with a C, is maybe a candy bar. Oops, candy bar. 14 across looks like acai, is that right? Brazilian export acai. 4 down, it's a mad world co-star. I don't know who was in that. Pest control brand. Deet is not a brand, right? What's... The only pest control brand I can think of is Orkin. So I'm going to skip that. Let's look at the themed one. Opposite of circled letters. Interesting. I don't know what that means. Okay. Let's move on, shall we? 5 across. China, North Korea border river. I don't know what river is on that border. Excuse me, I'm going to take a drink. Knitter's need could be yarn, maybe? Division of the Justice Department, don't know. Jazz's Mary Blank Williams, don't know. Maybe like Lou or something like that. Lou seems like it fits very well between Mary and Williams. Mary Lou Williams just kind of glides, doesn't it? Raise... uplift, I'm not sure. Let's look at 15 across. Standing above. That might be a top. In which case, it could be Lou and it could be uplift. Which is... Now what is this though? What's 18 down? Now we're in the Phanerozoic one. I'm going to guess that's era. That sounds like an era. I've never heard that word before, but... Yeah, I don't know this pest control brand. I'm going to guess era. Opposite of... This looks like... Wonder... Oh, okay. It is wonder. It's wonderful. And then encircled is W-O-E-F-U-L, which is woeful, which is kind of like the opposite of wonderful. Interesting. So are these all going to be just opposites? Let's look at 25. Yes, opposite, opposite. Okay, so all of these are going to be words in which the opposite... a word that means the opposite is enclosed inside of it. That's kind of cool. Not like super mind-blowing or anything, but like cool. I don't know what this division of the Justice Department is, but this looks to be Lou and uplift. And unfortunately, we have a cross here that I do not know either of these. So that's going to be one that I am going to have to guess a letter. At least, it looks like it should be limited to vowels. So at least I've got that going for me. But let's see. This could be Dern or Darn. It's the co-star. Sid. Cryptid? I don't know. Ancient Indo-European. Indo-European. I'm not sure about that either. Intruder warning, maybe. Could be like a arf or a caw or something like that. I don't know. Could be an animal sound. Nicholas, director Nicholas. Is Nicholas? There's the Nicholas, like Windig Rain or something like that. But he usually goes by his first name. I mean, not first name, his full 3 names. So I don't know. Legal cover-up. Boy, this is a tricky area over here. Like many Bigfoot photos. Well, usually that would be blurry, but if it's not blurry, what else could it be? Grainy? Could be grainy. What's this? 25 down. Start of a counting out rhyme. Eeny. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. 26 down. Fruit that's usually dried before consumption. Fruit that's usually dried before consumption. I'm not sure. Let's go over to the corner. Let's see if we can fill that in. Area named for gynecologist Ernst Grafenberg. Interesting. I don't know. Standing by. That could be ready. Let's put ready in there, see how that works. 19 across. Nick, who voices Queel on The Mandalorian. That's Nolte. Nice Star Wars reference. Ready looks like it might not be correct because we've got a DT here. Distance between some and where in somewhere over the rainbow. Distance between. Oh, that's an octave. That's good. That's a good clue. Octave. Okay, standing by is, I don't know. Enter all together. Not sure. Reaction to hilarity, maybe. Like a bellow or something like that. Reaction to hilarity. Swarmed. Teamed, maybe? This will probably be D here. Composer Rorem, I don't know who that is. Okay, well, opposite of circled letters. So it looks like effective could be, but is that so E-F-F-E T-E. Effete? Is that, does that mean the opposite of effective? Oh, this would be fig. I think it is effective. I'm not actually sure what effete means, but I think it is a word. It's one of those SAT words that nobody ever uses. You betcha. Not sure. Ooze away. Maybe seep out or something like that. What's this? Get up and go is maybe pep. Let's go with seep out. Oops, seep out for now. And maybe I'll change that later. Harvey of Hollywood would be Keitel. Okay. Can we do 28 down? Most charitable. Kindest. Cool, good. So something ing here. That's not enough for me to get that though. Can we get 9 down? Escalate to the extreme. Escalate to the extreme. No. This could be... This might be like roll in or something like that. Something in. So is this Ned? Hopefully that's Ned Rorem. Not sure, but I'm guessing it's something like that. Something in. Maybe roll in. Let's see. If this is an L, what would that make this? You betcha. I All right, well, let's keep moving and come back to that later, shall we? Got loaded. Got loaded. Color on the flag of every permanent UN Security Council member. Interesting. I'm guessing it's red just based on the letters. Still don't know who that is. Got loaded. Don't know. Best. This could be like beat. Like you best someone, so you like win against them. Or it could be just literally best, like number one. Like horsehair. Don't know. Cons. This could be negative points, or it could be like conning someone, like tricking someone. Opposite of, oh yeah, okay. Another circled letter one. Do some wishful thinking. Don't know. Camelot lady. Oh, who was the lady in Camelot? Who is the... I mean, God, there's like 2 female characters in the whole fucking thing. Don't know. 40 down. 5-point rugby play. Don't know. Brouhaha. It could be like a fuss. Let's put fuss in. Well, this probably ends in S. Can we work on this, maybe this bottom corner? Maybe we can work our way upwards instead. Dispatch in a way. Nope, maybe not. 56. Destination of finished mail that's addressed to Yidishvalat. What on earth does this mean? Destination of finished mail that is addressed... What? One role for Harriet Tubman in the Civil War. One role for Harriet Tubman in the Civil War. What did she do in the Civil War? God, it's been so long since I studied that stuff. Bit of ink. Like a dab, maybe a dab of ink. I feel like that comes up sometimes. 49 across, a sycophant. Oh, what is a sycophant? Shoot. Grocery product with orange packaging. I'm floundering here, you guys. This is not good. A brisk pace? Could be a trot. Oh, this would be Tang, maybe? God, I hope so. Okay. Estadio cheers, Olay. Getting somewhere. Happy States. Probably something with an S. Happy States. Just in case is maybe lest. Quick, get that dog some. An old ad slogan. Nope. Well, so looking at this, I'm just trying to figure out what the 4-letter circled word could be. But I can't think of a 4-letter word that ends with RB. Unless it's like garb. But then that would make the longer word GOARB. So I think something is wrong. If not, many things. Well, I think Olay is right. I think lest is right. And trot makes sense. Kang makes sense. Dab also makes sense though. But what? So all of those make sense. Jesus. Okay. I guess I need to figure out more. Blank conservative. Nope. Don't know. Best. No. Let's go 41 across. Up to Till? Could be Till. What's 41 down? Mat used for judo. That's a tatami. Okay. Shortly, in a bit, or in a sec, maybe. Flowers that in the dooryard bloomed in a Whitman poem. I don't know. Lilacs, maybe? What is... it should end in an S, so this should be... crime made while removing a jacket. It's me, maybe? Prefix with aggression is micro. Yeah, it looks like it's lilacs. Go from worst to bad, say, is what? That I don't know. Union Station DuPont Circle Connector in DC. That I don't know either. Gifts are talents. All right, can we get this 47 across? Anna. Hi. Hi, why don't you come sit with me? Come on. Oh, come on, buddy. Yeah, there we go. There you go. Anna something. Is this right? I mean, I have no idea what this is. Got loaded. This OE ending doesn't seem right for got loaded. Right? Maybe it's not, it's me. Micro, I'm pretty sure is right, but there might be something else that this could be. Because that RM also seems weird here. While removing a jacket. It's on. It could be it's on. This could be just Metro. This, yeah, DC Metro. I feel like that's a thing. This is a bait. Animosity, does that work? And then it's A-M-I-T-Y, amity, yeah, animosity. There we go. Whew, okay. This is tied one on. Okay. Best. D something, I don't know. Conservative. Fiscal? Oh, best and is defeat, and this is fiscal. Oops. Fiscal and defeat. Okay. Corb. What's this? Happy states? I don't know. Okay. Word before food or theory. Pet. And supercomputing pioneer Seymour. Don't know. Could it be like push and then a word that means pull? I don't know. I think I've seen all of the clues now, haven't I? A carver's tool. Oh, this is an ads, isn't it? Or something like that. What is this? One roll for Harriet Tubman. Okay, well, I've gone through the puzzle now, and I feel like I still have almost probably a third of it, if not more than a third of it, unfilled, which is not a great sign, but we're going to work our way through it. Let's see, intruder warning. What if this is like ARF? Then what could this be? Feasting and fasting. There we go. All right, so it's ARF. Whew. Legal cover-up. Legal cover-up. I don't understand this clue. Rube? Legal cover-up. I'm not sure. Sid Caesar is a person, isn't it? Isn't Sid Caesar a person? I feel like Sid Caesar is a person. Is DCRN a thing? I feel like Sid Caesar, but I'm not sure if it's... AE or EA. What is this? Oh, it's robe. Oh, okay. Like a judge wears a robe as a cover-up. It covers up a judge. Nicholas. I don't know this. Why is there a here? Oh, is this Aryan? This should be Aryan. And this is an Eon? Maybe? I don't know this either, so I could just have to hope with that. But this looks more right now. I'm pretty sure Sid Caesar is a person. I just don't know who they are, but I'm pretty sure I know the name. I don't know this name either, but robe makes sense now. Aryan makes sense. Feasting makes sense, and grainy makes sense. Okay, I think That's good. Let's try something else. What was this? Supercomputing pioneer Seymour. So this is a name then that ends with AY. Seymour. Spay. I don't know. Cray. Horsehair could be coarse, maybe. But then what is this? Clay? Clay is a name, isn't it? Opposite of... Do some wishful thinking. I gotta be able to figure this out. 'Cause I don't know how else to break through on here. This could only be like an A or corn. Then we have carb, but like there's nothing really that's the opposite of a carb. Curb. What's the opposite of a curb? A road? Serb doesn't make sense. Something's wrong. Something's definitely not right. Shoot. Just don't know what. Isn't a sycophant like a liar or something like that? Don't know. This one is driving me crazy because this is like just knowing what I know about doing the New York Times crossword. This answer is going to be something that's very straightforward because it's a weird, very strange, obscure clue. But they don't give like very strange, obscure clues with very strange, obscure answers to match. They give like, when there's like an easy answer, they try and make it difficult by having like a weirdly worded clue. So it's gonna be something that I know. It's just such a weird. Do some wishful thinking. Cons. Cons. Nope. You betcha. You betcha. What do people do in reaction to hilarity? I mean, obviously they laugh big, but like... Ooh, is it a snort? Some people snort. But what is this, though? Oh, this was just a guess. That's probably wrong, then. You betcha. I sure am. I sure am. Okay. Enter all together. What? File in? Maybe? Standing by. Is this on ice? Swarmed was teamed. I said teamed earlier, didn't I? I should have just put that in. Although, what is this? Is this right? Escalate to the extreme. Huh? Uh-oh. I really don't know what's going on here. Oh boy. This is tough. Like horsehair. Opposite of the circled letters. Jesus. Ah! Go nuclear. Jeez. Is this right? GSFOT? Area named for gynecologist Ernst. No, it's G-Spot. I didn't know that that's... I mean, that's a good bit of trivia, actually. Actually. G-Spot, named for Ernst Grafenberg. I mean, for some reason, I completely ignored the fact that this was a gynecologist, and when it just said area named for someone, I was trying to think of areas on Earth rather than an area of the anatomy. Brutal. Man, if I had been paying more attention, I should have been able to guess that that was going to be G-Spot. But there we go. I think everything up in this corner should be okay then. Okay. I think, like horsehair, I think coarse is the way to go here. And this is maybe clay or something like that. What is this? If it's clay, right? See more clay. Plural? What four-letter word could this be? P-U-R-E, right? Could be pure. Are there any other words that it could be? P-U-R... Hold on, let me just go through the alphabet for a second. Purse, purred, perf, perg, purr. No. Pure. Oh, it could be purr, but there's no like opposite of purr, really. Pert, no. Puri, no. No, I feel like it's gotta be pure. So what word is the opposite of pure? Plur. What is this also? Do some wishful thinking. Hi. Yes, I know, this is a long video today. This is hard. It's a really hard puzzle. Camelot lady. Profane? Profane? Oh, no, this is... Oh, these are both wrong, I think. This is probably prisoners. Pluri? This is a word that I don't know unless I have something wrong. So that doesn't help me. But assuming all of these are right, it's got to be E, because there's no other word that could be. Do some wishful thinking. What was this? Brouhaha? A brouhaha. It's not fuss. It's... Stir. Jeez, okay. Sycophant. This is like set a goal. Set a goal makes sense. Do some wishful thinking. Oh, is this Enid? I think it is. Oh, I do know this. This is a try. So it's pluriant? Boy, I really hope that's right. I do not know that word. Which either means it's just straight up a word that I don't know, or it's wrong and I'm not seeing what the correct thing should be. Okay, try is right. Enid, I think, is right. Set a goal should be right. Prisoners should be right. Okay. Let's see if we can get this one now. Opposite of, yeah. Corby. Yeah, I still think something is wrong here. I just don't know what. That should be right. That should be right. I still don't know what these are. All is, I mean, it's a brand name, so it could be anything. It doesn't have to be a word. It could be Alpo, Algo, Almo. That sucks. Happy States. Oh, it's courteous. Kurt and courteous. Wow. Okay. So wait, this was. It's a tattoo. Okay. I should have seen that coming. They do that all the time in the New York Times. Use ink to refer to a tattoo because it throws you off. I should know this by now. I still don't know what this is, though. Happy States. Ups? Is it just ups? An Alpo? God, I hope it is. Shoot. I have two things I need to guess on now. Is this just USA? Oh, that doesn't make me happy. I tell you, this has been a slog today. And maybe it's my mood, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not into it today as much, but maybe it's just because it's too hard and it's just not enjoyable. I think that's part of it, though. Oh, this should be sleigh. Dispatch sleigh. And what is this? A raise? Is it a raise? Or rash? Rasp? Rasp. She was a spy. And a rasp. Okay. All right. Well, let's go with P, and let's do all the alphabet or the vowels here. Okay, so not A, E, I, O, U. Okay, so it's not a P. U. Happy States. U. S. U. T's. Happy States. U. A's. U. E's. Alto. No, I just did that. Alto. Nope. Okay. Hi. Sorry. Hi. I'm just at a loss here. It's 45 minutes I've been doing this. I think I need to step away from this. Which is, by the way, if you, I mean, probably anyone who's been watching this far does crosswords a lot, but I think it is a valuable thing to step away from a crossword and come back. It's something that I do often. I don't have to do it quite so often with the New York Times, because the New York Times usually isn't so difficult that I have to do that. But I am lost, and so I think stepping away from it for a little while and then coming back to it is gonna help me just to clear my mind. So I'm gonna stop this and I will restart the video when I come back. Okay, welcome back. So I have a confession to make. I cheated. I had to look something up because I just didn't know. This what I thought was, I had an L here. I thought this was plurient, perhaps. I looked up this. This is cray, and it's prurient. A word that I have no idea how to pronounce. It is prurient. Excuse me. You know what? I am a little bit ashamed of having to cheat, but you know, it was beyond the point where I was having fun. So, you know, when that happens, you just got to throw in the towel a bit. This, I found out, this is alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. So this is ATF. Yalu, I don't know. Which leaves this, which I think is ups. Yes. Okay. 55-55. Wow. I mean, not a great day for me. And really, I mean, again, like I say, anytime I say anything kind of negative about the puzzle, I always have to keep in mind, and I do keep this in mind, that like, they made a puzzle and put it out there, and it's published in the New York Times. I mean, that's awesome. So like, I don't mean to take away from the accomplishment of this puzzle and the artistry. But for me, this wasn't a great puzzle. Obviously, I struggled with it quite a lot. But it's not just because it was hard. It's also because it was hard and the theme didn't really grab me. I feel like when a puzzle is like quite challenging, if the theme is like really fun, or if it has like a bunch of cluing that is really fun, then that balances out any kind of dissatisfaction I might have with the difficulty level. But for this one, like, this theme is, it's kind of interesting, but it's not amazing to me in any way. Like, it's just kind of interesting that there are these words that have opposites in them. But like feasting and fasting, it's just a one-letter difference. So it's not that like mind-blowing or anything. And then these other ones like effective and effete. Like effete is not a word I've ever used in my life. Prurient is not a word I've ever heard of in my life. Animosity and amity, I suppose, works. That, like, wonderful and woeful and animosity and amity are probably the best examples from this, I would say. Just because the opposites are spread out enough within the actual word that it makes it more interesting, and they are both words that you might actually use. Curt and courteous is I mean, the pronunciation is even the same for Kurt and courteous. Obviously the spelling is different, but the pronunciation is the same, so that's like not that mind-blowing either. I'm being very nitpicky and harsh, but again, like, this is just how I feel right now. I don't mean to take away from any the accomplishment of making this puzzle and getting it in the New York Times. Like, that's still awesome. So like, let's focus on some good things. What are some good things in here? Gifts and talents, I felt like was a really good clue, because gifts could be so many things. That's really nice. Just a very, very simple clue, but it's open-ended enough that it could be so many different things. I like the Mars and candy bar. Mars for one is a candy bar. That's good. And legal cover-up was good once I figured out what that was. Pile in. Enter all together. I don't know if I love that one. I did like this one though. Octave. Distance between some and where and somewhere over the rainbow. That I think is probably my favorite clue of the whole puzzle, actually. Aside from maybe the Star Wars reference, which is here with the Mandalorian. But I think that is a really creative clue for octave. And it's a really evocative one. And I've said before, the evocative clues, those ones that conjure up kind of an image in your mind, or in this case, a sound. Those are some of the best clues. Those are generally my favorite. So I'll leave it with that. That is my favorite from today. That's the positive thing from today. If you stuck in there and if you're still watching, thank you so much for hanging in there. Or even if you skipped to the end, thank you for skipping to the end and watching the end. Yeah, I just wanted to say one thing. Actually, I have two announcements, actually. First, I will be doing the live stream this Sunday again, but it's going to be earlier, I think. I'm going to move it because of daylight savings time in the United States. My family Zoom that I usually have right after the live stream got moved forward an hour for my time. So you will see it if you subscribe to the channel. You'll see the schedule for the live stream pop up in your feed. So just follow that and you'll see it. But yeah, I think it will be an hour earlier than it was last week. And then the other thing is, I finally made a second puzzle on my website. If either here or here, I'm not sure, but definitely in the description, there's a link in the description of this video, there's a link to my website where I put up puzzles. Up until today, I only had one puzzle up there, actually. But today I finally finished another one and I put it up, and it's silly and bizarre, and I would love it if you tried it, and also gave me feedback. Leave a comment and give me feedback on it. I am still new to making puzzles, so I would appreciate any feedback. So yeah, that's all. See you guys on Sunday. I hope you join me. Thanks. Bye-bye.